Hello, there we go.
Turn your stream
I,
down.
I think
There
his.
we go.
I've still not seen. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he?
I've not seen any signs of him.
No, I know it. I think the timing got messed up a little bit, maybe. But I know it's like 4:30 a.m. he was meant to be on.
Yeah,
So I can, if he's overslept, I can kind of understand it. It would be good to get a third voice in though, because I kind of enjoyed that kind of like a back and forth we all had. Yasha, are you still here, bro?
yeah,
Yasha, because it would be nice to just have that. Because it was good having like a one-on-one with Yasha, but like having that third
yeah.
person who could kind of bounce off each other. That's when I came up with the idea, I was like, this idea will be really good. But like, if there's like, because like we've spoke at length of about anxiety, but like if there's ever like a silence or anything like that, like I don't want that kind of dead air.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
and and then, but I also thought what'd be great is if it's like if there's like three of us and we can like kind of sit and have a chat, like if we were just like, I don't know, I was exaggerating, like any of us go outside. But if we were all around like someone's house and you're just kind of talking about gaming and you're talking about this and everyone's different opinions and you're kind of vibing off each other, like that'd be cool as fuck. And like you saw with Rock and Letters there, like we had like slightly different opinions on certain things and can kind of have that conversational aspect, and it worked really
Yeah.
well. So Yasser, if you're there, bro, if you do want to jump in with me and Raz, and you can be a third. They
Whee!
call it in the community a third mic. PC is the best console. It's not a fucking console, though, is it?
It-
Let's be honest, it's not a console. But until we've got someone else in Raz, and even if we don't, I'm sure we'll have more than enough to talk about. Tell us a little
yeah.
bit about yourself if people don't watch your streams, what you're about, what you play, what you enjoy. Oh, listen to. Listen to like, the utter dread. This
I
is
know.
for those of you that don't know. Raz has actually helped me a whole lot with this. The whole reason we're playing it on Fall Guys and using the party chat in Fall Guys is because of Raz. Like I couldn't get Discord to work on my console, and she was like, "You doing those party chat?" And I was like, like
I mean, I
fucking.
didn't even know myself though. I discovered it accidentally.
Either way, you are the reason. And then me, Raz, and Yasha were talking in Discord, and she was giving me some ideas and some tips and stuff like that. So there's a huge amount of credit that goes to you as well. But
Thank you.
one thing that you did say is you're like, introduce. I've got to introduce myself. Like, but anyway, it's no pressure, no pressure.
Yeah.
But just let people know, like, what do you stream? You know, kind of a little bit about your channel. And I promise we'll make it brief, and I'll make sure we move on straight away.
Okay. Um, I'll get straight into it then. So I usually stream indie horror games. My main one being at minute Phasmophobia. I'm just really into it. But
Okay.
I do a lot of like ghost hunting games as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, I,
Right, moving on. Moving on. Anyway, no, we will get into it because the thing is, even though like it's just more people, just so people know what your channel is. So, for those of you that like Raz says, she streams mainly like horror games and the horror genre, and you've been streaming for a while as well, haven't you?
well, I started again in I think it were February this year.
Okay. But you've been involved in like the streaming like space for a little while because my BFF and your fake husband because he's refusing to marry her. Slayer, he used to stream quite a bit as well, didn't he? So I think
It did, yeah.
you were involved in it in that aspect as well. So you've got some knowledge, and
Yeah,
you've streamed. I mean, I've been on your channel and obviously been in your streams and stuff. So you've streamed a fair few horror games as well.
I have.
So what was it originally that got you into gaming?
I think for me, gaming's always been like a family thing. like when I was younger, we spent a lot of time just like watching like my dad play horror games, and other family members and whatnot.
Everyone starts with we used to watch my dad play games. Like that's like
Yeah.
literally everyone said that. It's literally how I started.
But my auntie as well, because me and my brother used to spend a lot of weekends with my auntie. So I got introduced to a lot of things through her as well. Game wise, like she just used to put. I don't even remember what consoles she had. But I just like we had this like little TV where I'd play like pinball and fruit machine and things like that.
Yeah, well, do you know what? It's funny you say that because like literally, I almost didn't catch what you said then because I was like, I heard you say pinball. I was like pinball, but then I remembered like we had like this beat up PC that my stepdad used to use for work, and it was like Minesweep, pinball, and there was another game on it as well, like solitaire. And like,
Yeah.
like if like one of my brothers had the console, I'd have to go onto the PC and I'd just be sat there just clicking like the pinball machine like over and over again. And yeah, sure, bro. We've got a third mic if you want to jump in quickly, bro, and come and chill with me and Raz for an hour and a half until Von gets here. If you want to play a third mic and just kind of get involved with the conversation, you can do, bro. Because the way it vibed with the other two last time was really good, so.
Come and join.
Come and join and come and get involved in the conversation. So, what was the first console you had?
I genuinely do not remember. We had
Okay,
we had so many.
What was the first? What was the first console you fell in love with? Then, what was the first console you were playing that you were like, yeah, this is me?
N64.
Fucking love it, honestly. People don't understand how much of a fanboy I am for the N64. Like, that is like that's my dream, is to like get back to a stage. Like I saw someone streaming set up and they had like every colour of N64 above the TV, and I was like,
Oh, wow.
I need that in my life. I'm such a fanboy. So go on, tell me about it.
Yeah, mostly because of Pokemon Stadium, which I've already mentioned to you before. Because I played the shit out of that game with my
Yeah.
sister. I love it so much. Like, because we've still got N64 somewhere. And I remember maybe about 5-6 years ago we got it out and we were playing it again, and it's so like the nostalgia you get from it.
Oh, it almost makes you depressed. You're almost like, I miss that. I miss it.
I do miss it.
So, Pokemon Stadium, iconic game. Fucking beautiful
Yes.
game. What else do you play?
What, when I was younger?
Yeah, on the N64.
Oh God. I'm so bad at remembering what games were on what console.
yeah, me too. Me too.
That's literally the only one that I can think of what were with that, but it's because I spent so much time playing it and I loved it so much. But I think honestly, I think a majority of games that I played were on PlayStation.
So okay, would you say like N64 like made you fall in love with it, but then like when you
Yeah.
got PlayStation's when you started taking, for use of a better word, like consoles seriously, like gaming
Yeah.
seriously. And what was that?
So I'm just going to reel off some that I remember.
This is like,
So Parappa the Rapper.
shit.
There were a game called Running Wild that I used to play a lot
I don't
with
know
my
that.
sister. My brain's gonna stop working now that I need to think of things.
I know it's like when someone say 10 favorite whatever, and you're like, I can't name 10, and they're like, what about this? What about this? Was this PS1 or PS2?
I think PS1. I think.
Yeah. I was trying to think because I remember I played a game called was it Jack and Dexter, I think, or something like that, and I can't remember if that was PS1 or PS2. That was a game that
I don't
made
even
time
know.
disappear.
Wait, you mentioned Donkey Kong
64.
64. Yeah, I used to play that a lot.
Donkey Kong 64
That-
was a game.
That's the one with the Donkey Kong rap in it, isn't it?
Yeah. The Donkey Kong.
At one point I used to know that off by heart, and I don't even think I'd be able to do it now.
oh shit! I was just about to ask you. Awake Kid just said in the chat, Tomb Raider 1 for the PS1. That was, and
Oh yeah.
and if you had the cheat, you could make her naked. Just throw that in there. So I'll not put you on the spot with that, but just out of interest, and I've asked everyone this because everyone's had a different answer, and I think it's quite important to ask because a lot of people can relate to what people are saying. But what would you say as a child gaming bought for you? Like, what would you say, like, as a kid? You know, like we've talked about it briefly, but like a lot of people used gaming as like an escape as a kid. A lot of people were going through a lot of trauma and kind of, or you know, people didn't have friends, you know, and gaming kind of gave them a sense of safety. What would you say as a child gaming bought for you?
I think for me, like I never used it as like an escape or anything. But because of it being like a family thing, I think just being able to spend time with people that I cared about, and like it's sort of like a sense of community, and feeling like you're involved with things, I suppose.
See, I like that. That's exactly what I was talking about with everyone having different answers, though. Like, I love that. Like you said, like all your family played it, and
Yeah.
I don't know your family personally, but obviously through Slayer, he's told me bits, and I know your mum plays GTA, which I think is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Like, whose mum's out there that I challenge anyone in the chat right now. There's like 15 plus people in the chat right now. I challenge anyone in that chat to tell me their mum plays GTA, because no one will. No one's mum's out there killing prostitutes. No one's mum's out there picking a prostitute up, taking down a dark alley, sleeping with her, and then getting out and robbing her for a cash. No, but I love that. So, like, as a kid, like, it was kind of like I guess you're saying like your family, like, I guess like going back further in time, like sitting around playing a board game, but your family would sit around and play like video games.
Yeah, I mean we do board games as well, but yeah, video games and things.
Shout out Cluedo and Monopoly.
Yeah, Dominoes.
Hey. Yeah. So,
Oh, I've not even clicked ready, have I?
Oh, it's all right. To be fair, it's kind of like I said, like it's like a visual aid for people.
Yeah.
But people seem to be enjoying like just watching us chat anyway. So I've been streaming now for 3.5 hours, and I think I've played 4 games of this. So what were like the family games you played? Did you have any? Do you know, like do you remember Buzz for PS4? PS2.
Buzz.
You had like you might not remember, but you used to have like these controllers, and it had like a buzz button on top, and then you answered like questions. If you didn't, it's fine. But like,
No, I don't think we did.
I fucking loved Buzz. What was like the family games then? What would you play?
So we used to just take turns playing games. So things like Pepsi Man. Pepsi Man. We used to play like just stuff like racing games as well.
Yeah.
I can't remember which one it was called.
Come on. You got. I see. Mine was Need for Speed Underground. Need for Speed Underground was amazing.
Lindsay's probably. If you remember it, Lindsay, put it in chat which game it were we always used to play. The race, the racing ones.
Is that your sister?
Wait, Kitty, yeah.
Is she single?
No.
Does she want to be? Jokes, I'm joking. Sorry. This is meant to be different from my normal streams. I'm sorry, I can't help myself. I'm an animal.
Oh,
punish me.
Name it's just not coming to me.
It wasn't Juiced, was it? We used to play Juiced quite a lot as well.
No, so Lindsay, there were a racing game we always used to play when we were younger together. There were a few different ones of them. I can't think what it's called. PlayStation, I believe. It weren't Gran Turismo.
I hated Gran Turismo. I hated that.
Oh, there might have actually been less. No, I can't even think what it is.
She's even struggling. It's all right. We'll come back to it. We'll
come back to it.
So, leading on to as a kid, what do you think gaming brings to you now? Because obviously you're not around your family anymore. You live with Slayer, and you both have very different tastes in games. As he's tried to get you into certain games that I've told him are crap.
Yeah, it tries its best. Honestly though, it's still the same thing because I still play with my family a lot. Like we'll all get together.
I will say this. Sorry to interrupt you. I will say this. It's a beautiful thing and I'm not just saying that because everyone who watches my streams knows that I'm a hugely genuine person. I love the fact that when I come into your streams, you're playing with like your sister, your mom's in
Yeah.
the chat. Like, is when I say like it's so important to be different, like being individual. Don't try copying what other people do in streaming. It really is like I love the fact that I come into your streams and like you'll be talking to your sister, like say your mom will be in the chat, like another family member, like whatever, like you know. It's like
Yeah.
it's a real like that's a niche that you've really got and it's fucking amazing. I love that about your streams.
I
Like,
love it.
yeah, it's so it's one of those things that you don't see anywhere else, and I think like as time goes on, I mean, and you've already got a great following, but as time goes on and people like kind of see that, like, and people become more aware of who everyone is. If you spend like
Yeah.
an hour in there, you'll see like it's so cool, like it's cool as fuck. But what else would you say it brings to you? Or
I mean, honestly, I just enjoy it. Like,
yeah.
it's just a way to relax as well. Just after like a stressful work day, so but like,
And I know the industry you're working in, that shit is stressful. Like dealing with people every day. Yep.
yeah, but yeah, like what I was saying before, like even now we still sometimes get together and all play like GTA.
Sorry, I love
things
it.
like that.
I absolutely love it.
I need to stream that one time.
Oh no, 100%. Yeah, 100%. Especially with your mom. Like, has your mom ever been on stream?
I think she has when I used to stream before.
What did you stream before? Was you still streaming horror, or were you?
A little bit of everything, honestly.
Okay.
So I did do some streams where like Red Dead, when we'd all be playing it together. I did do a few of them.
Red Dead's a fucking, honestly, that's a beautiful game. I love that game.
I love it. Oh, I'm stuck. But yeah, it was just because I were only on console at that point. So I'd just pick a random game and just play that. But I never really took it that seriously, streaming at that point.
So how long have you, just out of interest, because I don't think I've asked you, how long have you been like taking it seriously for? Since February?
Yeah. So after I got my laptop, I thought it opens me up to a different variety of games, like games that I like.
Yeah, through like Steam and stuff.
Yeah. What I weren't able to play before, I can now play, and other people can watch, I suppose. Oh my god.
Oh no, I'm playing terribly as well, so it's alright because I was also like looking at the chat. Yeah, no, I'd agree with like the laptop thing as well. Like that is one thing that I've noticed with a lot of like streamers is that it does, well, PC and laptop is it does like it gives you so many more options.
Yeah.
Especially if you want to be a variety streamer. Like for me, I'm not really that fussed about doing the whole variety thing. I am thinking of adding like one day a week where I do something different. But for sure, if you want to be a variety streamer, doing it on consoles got to be a lot more difficult than when you can do it. Than you can do it on PC.
Yeah.
But like you said though about like your family and stuff like that and your reasons for gaming. What about your reasons to start streaming though?
I think main thing for me would help like with building confidence, because my confidence is shit in general.
Sorry, I need to, because you have this opinion, but like having we've only met briefly in real life, but like having spoke to you regularly or semi-regularly through streams and obviously over Discord and stuff like that, that doesn't come across at all.
Yeah, I tend to be worse when I'm talking to people in, like, you know, if it's someone I'm just meeting,
Yeah.
in real life. I struggle making conversation, and I'm just very awkward. But yeah, but I think for me it's mostly like the confidence is more where like self-doubt.
Yeah. Oh,
Feeling like I'm not good enough at things, and
yeah.
yeah.
But I mean, as a streamer though, you are uber like not extroverted because you're not like loud, but you are very like open to just chat to anybody that comes in stream and kind of you know, kind of get involved with, and you know, like you said, you even want to like get Call of Duty just so you can jump in with the
Yeah.
bloodbath, which that will be fucking amazing. Kind of but just to get back to it, so why streaming though? Why did you choose to start streaming? Because you'd think just to make this point, you'd think if you struggled with anxiety, which you obviously do, you've said, but
Yeah.
you'd think that streaming would be horrendous. Like you're putting yourself in a situation you don't want to be in. So why did you start streaming?
That's the point. I'm trying to push myself.
Okay.
Because my anxiety were like, especially through. It started before lockdown, but then obviously it were really bad through lockdown as well. But it was getting to a point where I were not leaving the house because I were too like nervous to go out. But then I eventually got on medication for it. And I'm just sort of working on myself. Just to improve, and it definitely is helping. Like, and might sound a bit weird, but like traveling's been a big thing for me, and I'm finding that I'm able to go to places where I'd be like struggling to go to before because of anxiety. But now I don't really have a problem.
That's powerful though. I mean, the whole travelling thing, I have heard that before. So would you say streaming has helped your like social anxiety then, and your ability to speak to people and reach out to people and generally socialise?
Oh, definitely, yeah. I mean, I still struggle when I first meet someone, but I'm finding myself opening up more with people where normally it'd take me a lot longer to get to that point. So it's definitely helping.
No, I think the only reason I kind of like fixated on that point is because, again, like I've said throughout this, and one of the reasons I started this is to help people. Well, the main reason I started this is to help people.
Yeah.
To give them a platform that will help support them. But I think a lot of people, I think more than people even consider, have the same problem as you've just mentioned, of that kind of social anxiety. I mean, I know, like, everyone says about me that I'm an arrogant fuck and I'm overconfident. But a lot of that is also my coping mechanism to actually deal with social anxiety. Because I have the exact same problem. When I first meet people, God's honest truth, and if you meet me in real life, and maybe if you see me on stream and stuff like that, it'll come across. But when I'm first approaching someone, about 1,000 things are going through my head of like, oh, what do I say? What, like, how do I introduce myself? Like, and you get yourself in a bit of a mess. And you're like you fucking and you just get rattled. But for me personally, the way I deal with that is forcing myself to push myself into those situations, because everyone knows once you've been in the situation, it doesn't affect you anymore. You kind of you realise what was a big deal about. But so many people, to bring it back, Raz, will listen to what you just said then, and I think that is if you're thinking about streaming, I think what Raz has just said there is exactly why you should start streaming, because the way it helps you with your anxiety, and you know, it's lovely to hear people as well, as you'll know, Raz, like I've bigged you up every time you're on stream and stuff like that, is having people go, you're a great person, like, oh, I love you, like you're someone I want to be around. They won't say that, but essentially, if they're coming into your stream every day, that's because they like you as a person.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, when they start streaming, and a DM I got, and I spoke about it earlier, is the whole like, oh, what if I'm boring? What if I don't know what to say? What you'll soon realise is that people come in, and you'll realise they're entertained by you, or they enjoy your company. And I truly think streaming is a great cure for social anxiety. I really truly believe it's a great cure for social anxiety, because, like Letters was saying in the last one, you're in control of it. If you're not enjoying that social interaction, you could just turn your fucking Xbox off. You can turn your PC off, whatever, or you can ban that person. You don't have to speak to them anymore.
Exactly.
And it's absolutely amazing. So I think you've answered this anyway, but like, your passion for gaming, that comes from your family.
Yeah.
Actually, this is a great question. Actually, I need to ask this. So your mum plays GTA.
Yeah.
Does your dad game?
So he does. He also plays GTA, not as much as my mum does.
Your mum and dad are there chilling doing RPGs.
Yeah, so they'll go on GTA together, doing that Perico heist, and they can get it done in like 10 minutes.
What the fuck?
They've both got like millions, best cars, you name it. They just, yeah.
So what's your dad? Well, the reason I was asking is like I don't know. I hope your grandparents are still with us, but do they game?
So they're not, unfortunately.
Oh.
But they gaming were not really their thing, I won't say.
Yeah, I mean, I'm guessing they're from a generation where like the Amiga had probably just come out. So I'm guessing. I'm presuming anyway. So
Yeah.
I was just curious. I was just curious of how far back this gaming shit went. But to come back to we were talking about the anxiety and stuff like that, and the like you started streaming and stuff like that. What advice would you give to someone if they approached you, wanted to start streaming, but they were scared for, like the anxiety or anything like that? What advice would you give someone who's thinking about getting into it, but maybe nervous about not being accepted or not being viewed?
I think, well, first of all, I think when it comes to anxiety, obviously everyone's at different stages, and when I started streaming again in February, I think I were at that stage where I was ready to push myself into doing things, and not everyone's going to be at that point. So there's nothing wrong, I think, with waiting a little bit until you feel like you're in that right headspace to actually do it. But I think once you get there, it is just a case of, I think for me, it would just click that go live button. Like, the more you think about it, the more you're going to talk yourself out of doing it.
Yeah, that's a nail on the head.
Yeah.
But
go on.
So how long did it take you to go live? Like.
So I think when I used to stream before, like I say, it was mostly just streaming for the sake of it. But because my anxiety was so bad then, I think I was focusing too much on the things that just don't really matter, like the amount of people that were watching, or just like little things like that. And I just stopped streaming. Like, it just got too much for me. What was the question again?
So okay, I'm just going to make this point because there's I think there's 15 plus people here right now, because I know it don't update regularly. I've got 15 on my stream manager. Please listen to this. Please listen to this. Stop looking at your average viewers. Stop looking at the amount of views you've got. Use your analytics, and if you want to use them, I'm someone who can give you great tips on how to use your analytics correctly. Stop looking at your fucking average views or how many views you got on one stream. Going on your stream summary and judging yourself based off one stream summary is stupid. Like, honestly, let me put it this way. I'm someone who, I'm pretty proud of my average. My average is I think, especially for how long I've been streaming, I am so happy and so thankful for this community, for what they've given me. But I can have a stream where I will average 15 viewers, and my next stream I'll average 6. Like, it really isn't like based on your average viewers. You need to stop looking at that, because people might not have come in that day for several different reasons. As long as you're consistently doing everything else, and again, if you're new to streaming, you need tips on things that are mandatory that you do to help your average, I've got you. But do not use your average views as the analytic to go by. Please stop doing it, because you're going to fuck your head up.
Yep.
Anyway, the question. Oh, Von, you're here. Yeah, sure, we don't need you anymore, brother. I love you, though. I love you. I'll give you another plug. Yasha, 3 PM today. Go watch him. Or at least leave his screen up and give him the views and stay with me. But either way, support my boy. Von, do you want to jump in, bro? I love you, Yasha. To pieces. So the question I've got, the question is, I fucking love Yasha. Yasha, you're my fucking boy. Honestly, you can probably see how much I'm smiling looking at him. 3 p.m. today, people. Let's get my boy affiliated. So my question, while Von's, before we get Von in, because we're in the middle of a game, is if someone's come to you and say how do I start streaming, or I'm struggling with mental health issues and I'm very nervous, or I'm scared of how many people are going to watch me and stuff like that, what would your advice to them be?
Have we not already covered that one?
we were talking about it, but we got sidetracked when I started talking about
okay. I'm trying to remember what I already said.
You said just go live, but I get that.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering, like, because the thing that people always worry about is people are not going to talk to them, or there'll be no one there.
Yeah, I think also don't go in with too many expectations as well. Like, if you go in thinking that you're going to have so many people and everyone that's going to be chatting, so like you're going to get a big surprise. Like, chances are your first stream is going to maybe have one person or 2 people like just come in and out. You might have some people say hi or whatever. But other than that, you might not get much going on, which is normal when you first start streaming.
My first one, I was averaging 1.5 viewers for the first 2 weeks.
Yeah, I don't even think I were at that. I were like 0 point summit.
And that's the thing. Everyone has different, don't they? Everyone.
Yeah.
I think a little part of it, a small percentage, because I do think the amount of effort you put in also plays a big part of it. But a small part of it is luck.
Yeah.
I think luck plays. Now we're all good, Von. I just need to invite you in, and then we'll get you in. It'll be 2 secs because I've already died. But yeah, I think fixating on the views and stuff. I've known people in the community, and again, I've only been in it a short period of time. I've known people who it's taken them years to get affiliated. I've known people who have been affiliated almost overnight. I was incredibly lucky. I know you got affiliated very quickly. But a lot of it is down to kind of networking and stuff. Like, that's a big part of it. If you're bothered about getting affiliated quickly, you need to get yourself out there talking. But if you're not someone who wants to do that, then you have to understand that the journey is going to be a little bit longer. And affiliation means absolutely nothing as well, by the way, because just because you get affiliated doesn't mean you're going to start making money. Like,
no. If
you're in this to make money, it's going to be a long journey for you. Like,
definitely.
Because that is not a reason to start. Are you dead, Rats? Are you still in?
Yeah, I'm back at lobby.
Oh right, I need to exit. That's my bad. Too busy nattering away. Right, let's get Von in. Let's get Von in. Let me just see who have we got after. Just go on the Discord quickly. So we've still got an hour, and then we've got Smitty and Gotham. I was just checking I've got the right people. Let's get my boy in. Nice. Right. Get me out, I'm trying to skip. Oh, I need to add you, bro. So on Fall Guys, so you just need to add me, bro. 18 and then underscore. There you go. Just add me up, bro. So let's just see this from Wiki. Getting involved with the streaming community is amazing. I had a streamer from Norway come over and stay at my... What? They came over and stayed at your house?
Mm-hmm.
Why did Raz sound a little bit concerned about that? Like, yeah, she did, yep. He was a serial killer. I saw him.
No, she was just a little bit weird. But...
Oh, was it? Oh, okay. There we go. The boy is here. There he is. Beautiful human. I'm looking forward to this. There we go. Let's get the boy in. What I'll do is we'll go over some of the same questions we've already had, and Raz, if you want to jump in on any of the points, like feel free. Don't hold back.
Righto.
Just because there's some of the questions I want to hit with Von as well.
Yeah.
Come in, brother. Let me just take these up. There he is.
Hello.
He's here. His mic's just loading up.
Ah, there we go.
Hello.
Oh,
Mates,
Von.
how are you doing today? Top of the morning to you.
Thank you so much for getting up so early, brother.
Cunt this, cunt that. I love you guys.
Last night I was like, shit, 4:30. I had to be up at 6 AM. I got like 4 hours sleep and I was still concerned for you. Welcome in though, bro. Welcome
Give
in.
me 1 second. Give me 1 second,
No,
because I have you in my ear. Let me take you out, and that way I can hear you in game chat. Because I have your stream and my fucking my stream and the game going on all in my ears all at once. I'm like getting bombarded and ear fucked, but it's okay. We're okay.
Nothing wrong with a little air fucking between friends.
Just a little bit. I'm not lubed up already, but you know, they're polite and courteous after all, so at least they'll give me a little bit of a Lunchable on the way out or something.
So brother, for one, can I just say I love this. Me and you connected very early on in my journey, and you have been
Real quick.
Go on.
Real quick, I'm sorry, Deli. I don't mean to interrupt you, but if anybody's watching, which I highly fucking doubt, go follow Deli. Go follow Miz. They're amazing fucking people. They're great streamers. They're fucking funny, and they've got great not voices, but those goddamn accents. You're falling in love with them so quickly. You almost want to take part, but no matter how hard you try, you just look like a fool. So let's let Deli talk. Go ahead, talk, Deli. I'm sorry, brother.
Yeah, I was saying, me and you were. I spoke to Yasha about this a little bit, and I think it was actually Yasha that made the point. But me and Reg were talking about it last. Was it me and Reg? Either way, fuck it. I don't believe in fate or anything, but I believe heart in heart that there's certain energies attract each other, and me and you are two people that met very early on in my journey.
We met each other very quickly, and I think I gravitated towards you just because you seem like such a nice dude.
I appreciate that, but yeah, so you are someone who I have a huge amount of respect for, and someone I hold our friendship very dearly. And this is so crazy and I said this to Rock, that I sit there and I'll watch your stream, and you'll be in my stream, and we'll be interacting through the chat. And I created this platform for several reasons, but one of my favourite things about creating the WeRise stream is because me and you get to talk like this, and it is just so it feels so good, like the endorphin release of being able to talk to my friend that we've both created platforms and both support each other so well. I absolutely love the opportunity. I appreciate the fuck out of you for buying into it and allowing me the opportunity to kind of converse with you and hear your journey, hear Raz's journey, hear all our streaming community's journey. So I appreciate you, brother. I really do. So, that being
How am I supposed to follow that? What the hell is wrong with you?
So sweet.
Jesus Christ, this guy made it his stream for sure. Fuck my life. I might as well just cut the stream. Forget it, folks. It's over. We rise and we're under. Just like that.
With all being said, please take this opportunity just to tell people who you are, what you're about, what your platform is.
Alright, well here we go, guys. My name is Frankie v0nfrankenstein, aka v0nfrankenstein, aka Frankie or Bardia, whatever the fuck you guys want to call me. I go by many names. I play primarily Gambit. Well, let's start off with I play primarily Destiny 2, a dead game with a dead game mode called Gambit. I'm that batshit crazy. I met Deli about a few months ago. I linked up with the Meat channel and everybody, and I try my best to support them as best as possible. I'm a busy man, but I make time for everybody. I try my best to. Let's see. Why do I do this? I don't know. I have no idea why I stream. I'll be completely honest. I have.
Don't go down that road just yet, because that's one of the
Oh, carry on.
But I just wanted people to know who you are and give you that opportunity, and then I've got some fantastic questions. We've already gone over a couple with Raz, but I'm very interested in you, Von, because you are someone who not to get into it, and it's your business to talk about if you talk about it at any point, but you are someone who has an awful lot going on. But like, is a fucking warrior and wears it with a smile. So I'm very interested in your journey from adolescence to now. So
let's do it.
Yeah, for sure. And I want to say, like, a lot of the people I've already spoke to, I could speak to for fucking hours on end. And like I've said, not to harp on about it, Raz has already fucking ruined it anyway, but I'm still not going to say it. I
knew it. I knew this was a bad idea, linking up with her. She ruins everything.
I've got an announcement I'll be making.
Jesus.
The WeRise 2 stream, I've got an announcement on the second one that I'll be making, which will allow me to have much longer conversations, because people have got amazing journeys and amazing stories.
I hope you're not pregnant. I hope it's not something that's not irreversible, because if it's...
I know what it is.
That's an 18-year commitment, my friend.
I've already got 3.
At least. Holy shit.
I've got 3 of them and 2 baby mums. I know about that stress.
Oh.
You poor man.
Tell me about it.
You might as well join the circus, because boy, can you juggle.
Oh, I fucking can. So originally, Von, who got you into gaming and what got you into gaming?
I mean, as far as I can remember, as far back as I can go, it was my parents. I mean, I can't pinpoint it on anything. As far as back as I can remember, I had an NES, I had an SNES, I had a PlayStation, I had a Nintendo 64. Things just kind of kept popping up. I don't want to say I became addicted. I became more of a person with a passion. I love video games, man. I've always loved video games. I've never had like a specific genre. It's just whatever sticks to me. You know, and somehow currently it's Destiny, but for a long time it was like Pokemon, for a long time it was Mario, for a long time it was Nintendo games as a whole. But I don't know, man. I somehow gravitated towards shooting games. I don't like to kill people in real life, I promise, folks. I swear. I'm a gentle soul. I got a dog.
I love that. That's insurance policy for not being a murderer. Murderers never have puppies.
Yeah, I've got a dog. Yeah, no, never. He's the gentle one. He keeps me centered.
So as a child, though, when you got into gaming, what did it bring to your life? I
grew up as an only child for a long time. I didn't have a sibling till I was like maybe 10. So I think it was my escape. It was my my shelter, you know what I mean? It's where I went to find friends, even though they didn't really exist.
Yeah, and I mean,
community.
I've known quite a few people who have been like only. I mean, I know you said that you kind of got a sibling at 10 years old, but I know a lot of like people who are only childs. Like the gaming is almost like their playmate. Like normally you'd have like a brother or sister who would like play with you, but if you don't have that, like your parents aren't always there to provide that aspect. But
exactly.
So leading on to that, what about in adolescence? What becoming an adult? What's gaming brought to you as an adult? Because I was speaking to Rock and Letters about it, and we were kind of saying like, as especially men, not to make this poor men. I'm not doing that at all, Raz, I promise. But as men, especially, there's sometimes shame attached to gaming. Like, oh, what, you're a grown man still playing video games? Every man has heard that, and I'm sure, Raz, you've probably heard that. But I know someone who comes from like a bodybuilding background, telling people in the gym that I'm streaming now. Like the looks and the comments I get are fucking, they're not horrific, but they're like, oh, fucking child. Like, so as an adult, what does gaming bring to you?
As an adult, I mean, if I'm speaking honestly and not trying to be too much of a person full of cliches, but I mean, it's a way for me to de-stress, man. It used to be the gym. I used to go to the gym pretty often, and I don't as much anymore, only because of work, and it's a whack-ass excuse. But I mean, it's honestly my de-stressor. This is where I come to de-stress, whether it's I'm playing competitively and still stressing, or hanging out with you guys. Oh, fuck this game. Or hanging out with you guys and talking shit. You know, it's just about having fun and chilling and god damn this game, and and just trying my best to stay cool and calm through this chaotic ass world we live in.
Yeah,
It feels like an easy way to do it when when none of these problems really exist in this virtual world.
yeah, and it's crazy hearing, and this is one of the reasons I started this. There's so many reasons, and I need to stop fucking going on about it. But is people's different different reasons. Like Raz was just saying, she plays like video games with her parents and like family and stuff still now.
Oh, that's awesome.
And
Yeah.
how cool is that? Like her mother plays GTA. Like that is like
Get the fuck out of here.
No.
She picking up hookers and killing strippers and shit?
I said just that.
Basically.
Because if not, why else was she playing it?
I said just like her mum's going down the dark alley with a prostitute, sleeping with her, and then beating her up and getting the money back.
Nice. So easy mode.
Yeah. But yeah, whereas like for you, it's kind of like it's a way of de-stressing. It's like some guys have like a beer at night, and then some do other bits like it's a real like I think it's a fantastic way to like bring people together, is to like realize everyone comes from different backgrounds and has different ways of like processing things, and like I know for me like gaming especially is a way like I've got a lot of personal shit going on, and pressing go live and chatting to you guys is a great way of like just chilling with my friends.
What's up, Reg? Welcome to the stream.
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
Is a great way. Is a great way of like escaping. And escaping
God,
sounds like I'm running away, but that's not it at all. I promise.
God damn it! Here I go preaching like, oh yeah, I play it not to stress, and I'm already at peak. Fuck this goddamn game.
I've seen you playing Destiny. You're there trying to be cool, and you're like,
holy shit!
Yeah, I've just died. It's all right. And then I can hear in your voice you're ready to stab someone. Like,
oh yeah. Like I'm definitely peaceful, but I'm peaceful with the dog. I think I mentioned it earlier. I definitely have a dog, but
yeah, I love that. Every time it gets a little bit mean, he's like, "I've got a dog."
I've got a dog. I've got a dog. Everyone, relax. Don't worry. He's small. He's black. He's cool.
So why did you pick streaming though? Like obviously gaming makes sense. But...
honestly, and it's gonna sound even more like, dude, why are you doing this? But well, again, I play Destiny. I've always played Destiny since its inception for the most part. And again, as I mentioned earlier, it's a dead game, dude. Let's be honest. Let's be honest, folks. Destiny is a dead game, and the game mode I play is the dead game mode. Why I do it, I don't know. Maybe I'm just fucking batshit. But the thing is, as an adult, yeah, you do kind of get that stigma of like, holy shit, why is he playing video games? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I definitely felt that when I took 2 years off of Destiny. It's a 10-year-old game. I took 2 years off. Mostly because I felt like I was losing my mind. As crazy as it sounds.
I'm playing to relax. I'm losing my mind.
You know what I mean? Like I felt like I was going crazy because I was playing it all day long, every day, non-stop. Thank Christ, I've never wanted a game to end in my life. I'm just kidding. But so I used to play Destiny chronically, non-stop. And I got to the point where I took 2 years off because I was going crazy, and I came back. But I came back and I felt like, why would I come back just to lose my mind again? Why not do it with a purpose this time?
Lose my mind with purpose.
Yeah. Like let's go crazy publicly and have everybody enjoy it and give me a little bit of money for doing it. Although, I mean, don't get me wrong, folks. There's absolutely no money in streaming whatsoever unless you're like AAA. But let's earn $3 a month while I lose my mind slowly.
I'm not. Go on, sorry.
But for like, I mean, if I'm being honest and real, I mean, honestly, why do I stream now as an adult? I mean, why do I play games now as an adult? I honestly can't tell you. It's honestly just something I love to do. I feel like if you found too much reason in it, it eventually becomes a chore, and eventually becomes like something you have to do. You know, I don't play video games. I have to. I do it because I enjoy it. I never want to like get that in my head of like, oh, you have to stream today. Oh, you have to play today. The whole purpose of me streaming and playing is to show you guys something that I enjoy, and I hope you guys enjoy it with me. And I mean, you know, I also get a kick from watching you guys and supporting you guys. Don't get me wrong, I love streaming and I love being here myself, but I get that rush and that enjoyment from watching you guys having a good time too.
No, I like that.
I feel like that's why I'm back.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I love that. I'll tell you 2 reasons I love this. And honestly, this fucking platform, like, I can't believe I've got to wait another 2 months before I'm doing another one of these because I've enjoyed this so much. Is I love like the different opinions because though what you're saying there, Von, about not having to go live and it to feel like a chore, I love that, like that, and that's your thing, and that'll help so many people who will feel like that, and it's okay.
Yeah.
For me, I have a completely different opinion. Like I am that fucking grind mode beast. Like that's my personality trait. I was like that in the gym, and I still am. I train 5-6 times a week. I spend 70 hours a week concentrating on streaming, and I have a full-time job and 3 kids. That's my personality. And if you're about it, fantastic. I'm the person to come to. And if you're that type of person that wants that kind of more chilled, more you give me this great sense, Von, of you're like very, is holistic the right word? You've got this great mental like ability to kind of like not let things overtake your body too much. And you have all these different types of people in the community that you can go to for those sorts of conversations. Me and Von have had like long conversations through Twitter and stuff like that, and he gives me so much inspiration and a way of kind of like
thank you, man.
Compartmentalizing and being able to focus. Like he's a very inspirational person.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
It's all good, bro. It's true though. Like you deserve your flowers, and. You have to have those different voices in the community because not everyone's the same. If you came to speak to me and you've not got the mindset of being able to just like fucking force yourselves to do, like, I love the struggle. Like, make it harder for me, please. Like, that's my like kind of mentality. Like, someone come and fuck my day up so my day's harder for me. That's my mentality. But if you're not built like that, don't come and speak to me because I will fuck up your life and destroy you as a human.
Give you that drive forward. Sometimes you need that.
Yeah, but you need those different people. Not everyone can be the same. So, I got a fantastic reply as well from Raz about this. If you were to have someone, Von, and I'm sure you have, because again, you're someone I've seen in people's comments, like kind of like picking people up who were a little bit down. But if you are, for people who are looking to get into streaming, and they're struggling with the anxiety of the idea of streaming, or they aren't sure if streaming is for them, what advice would you give them?
Don't do it. Run. You've got so many other. You've got a long life ahead of you. You've got so many other decisions to make. Have kids, start a family, get a dog. Look at me. I got a dog, and I'm kind of happy. I mean, honestly, I would say do it. I would say just do it. Don't think about it. I think that's the problem that people have, and that's what stops people. Is you think about it. Don't think about it. Just do it. You think about it, you get stuck in your head, and whether that's tech or whether that's the game or your audience or money, that's a big thing to dissuade you from streaming. Whether all those things from different angles, and if you take on all those things all at once, you literally sit there and go, I don't want to fucking do this.
Yep.
And if that's the case, I mean, you're gonna have a rough time, man. If that's the case, if that's the road that you're setting up, you're setting yourself up to be disappointed. Don't do that. Go in there with a blank slate. Go in there with literally the expectation of, I'm just going to play video games. I'm going to play video games and I'm going to hang out with my friends. Whether you've met these people once or twice or never before, I treat everybody who comes into my stream and who comes onto my Twitter or who walks into my house like you're my friend. I don't treat you any different, and I start treating you different. You treat me like shit. I try to give everybody as much respect as I feel like I would get. So I feel being a streamer, or I don't want to give myself that title, but I guess that's who we are now, right?
Oh yeah, that's who we are, bro. You can't run away now. We know who you are.
Yeah, the cringy title stuck to you now, bucko. But being a streamer, you can't look at things with the angle of purpose all the time, because you're just going to drive yourself nuts. You're not going to enjoy it, and that's the purpose of doing it. At the end of the day, yeah, you're hanging out with people. Yeah, you want to give them content, but you're doing this because you have to enjoy it. Whether it's the game you play or the people you hang out with or just sitting here talking for 25 minutes, you got to enjoy it some way, somehow. If you can't find joy in it, you're going to have a hard fucking time, man. So try to find something you love and do it. Don't think about it, just do it.
Shia LaBeouf style, just do it.
Yeah. Just do it.
Yeah,
I'm going to give myself a hemorrhoid, but just do it.
Yeah, that is. I think that's it. I think you nailed it on the head there. Like the more you think about it, you'll end up not doing it because you made it this big thing. The best advice I ever got was I got told when I started streaming that I'd be streaming to no one. I've already said this. I'd be streaming to no one, so I went in the expectation that no one would come and watch me. So then when one person came and watched me, I was like, "Fuck! There's someone in my chat."
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
then that snowballs.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. You get that little bit of that little taste, a little taste of somebody actually enjoys watching me play. Like, why would you want to watch me play this? Like, don't get me wrong, and I'm just speaking from my point of view. I'm playing. I know I keep saying this, but I'm playing Destiny 2, an oversaturated game in an oversaturated market, and I'm still going at it. Not because I'm going at it with the expectation of I have 10 people there every night, or I have $2,500 coming in every night. No. I do it because I enjoy it.
Fuck
I do
it,
it because I'm having a good time with everybody.
I think.
Oof, that'd be nice.
I think Mama made it. Mama made it.
Yeah. then I'd sit there going, you know what? I guess I have to do it. Then I have to do all this shit.
But do you know what I will say? What I will say is it's never enough either. Like for I remember I was like when I started streaming and I hit my 3 average, and I was like, as long as I hit my 3 average, I'll be happy. Like that's enough. And then my average went up to 6. And I was like, and I was like, oh, but I'd be 5 if I got 5 average. I'd love it. And it went up to 6, and I'd be like, and I was like, oh, well, when it goes up more, then and honestly,
hope 7. We're at 7.
Yeah, it keeps going up, and I'm still not satisfied.
9.
Yeah, I'm still not satisfied. So it's never enough. So you sitting there going, if you're watching this now and you're like, I just want the 3 average, you'll get the 3 average, and then you'll want more. It's never enough. So like
it's that chase.
This is why I tell people don't look at your average. Don't look at how many people are watching you, because it will fuck with your head.
Yeah,
if you're not mentally resilient, it will fuck you up.
Piggybacking off of the last question, it's once you find out why you're doing this, once you find out what's got you in your stride, you then have to figure out what's going to keep you there, and what's not only what's going to keep you there, but what's to stay away from to keep you from drifting away from it. Because if you look at the analytics too much, if you're too stuck in the statistics and you stare at the viewer count too long, dude, you're gonna kick yourself off a stream. You're gonna kick yourself off a stream.
And it happens. I'm not gonna say the streamer. There was a streamer I was helping not too long ago.
Oh, it's happened to me. It's happened to me. I'll be honest.
No, I'm not talking. I promise I'm not talking. Not about this anyway. But I was.
Me.
A streamer reached out to me and they wanted my help. Like. They were just they got talking to me, and as I do with most people, I said I'll like I'll give you not tips because that sounds arrogant, but I'll promote your stuff. I'll do this. I'll get you the average. Basically, the person went on Twitter and was thinking about quitting, and my dumbass didn't realise. I was early on in my days. My dumbass didn't realise people do that on a fucking daily basis. Like,
yep.
Yes.
Yep.
And I'm not going to call it attention seeking, but it's fucking attention seeking.
It's frustrating because you sit there and you go, you know what, dude, if I can do it.
Yeah.
That's literally what I do. If I can do it, come on.
But
you can do it.
But the problem is if you and the reason I started the Next Up platform is because I'll more than happily promote your stuff. Von, Raz, and everyone will tell you. You send me a message going, can you post this on WeRise? I'll post it.
He blocks you immediately. It's rude.
Yes, I do. But what I'm not going to do is what I did with this individual, which was I put a lot of time and effort into this person, and then they just relapsed into their own negativity again. Because they saw a quick spike, because I reached out to a few of my friends and went, can you jump in this person's stream? Can you promote them? Blah, blah, blah.
I see what you mean.
There was a sharp incline, and then when it leveled out, they were no longer happy again, because that endorphin kick they'd got from the views fell off.
You see, but that's also with the expectation of I'm gonna start streaming and I'm gonna be famous right away. It doesn't happen.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to be that shitty downer, but unless you're someone of status, it's not gonna happen, guys. No. You gotta grind like the rest of us. And trust me when I say I'm grinding. As much as I'm very carefree and very lax about it all, I am still doing this at the end of the day. I am still editing. I am still
70 hours a week
networking. I'm still working my job. I'm still taking care of my everyday life, and I'm still juggling this shit. My dog, don't forget my dog. Did I mention I have a dog, guys? But for real, like you can't expect anything out of this. You can't do that. It's like life, dude. You just gotta run with the punches. Stay strong. Hold your ground, and grow some balls. Sorry, Raz, but grow some balls and move forward.
It's true.
Like, come on, man. Just you gotta not be sensitive, and I don't mean sensitive in a way where we all have feelings. No, I mean sensitive in a way where you see 2 people, and then now you see 1 person. You can't take it that way. Treat that one person the same way you treat the 2 people, man.
Well,
Treat those 2 people the same way you treat 10 people. Come on, keep going.
let's put it this way. There was a streamer, I think it was Vic Mercer, posted his analytics from the last 5 years. So his analytics were literally like this as well. They were just on a plane, like a up and down like that. You know, like I think there was like 10 viewers, then there was 15, then like his average was up like that. And it wasn't, and that was over a 5-year period. And it wasn't until like year 4 that there started to be a steady rise. And he said, like, what it is you got to grind, and then you will get an opportunity. You will meet an individual. A company will buy into you. You'll have a viral moment, and it won't work for everyone. Some of you will never get anywhere. I'm sorry, it happens. That is life. Everyone knows I am genuine, honest, and I will be brutal with you. Some of you won't, and it's fine because it's not meant for everyone. But you have to fucking grind. Like I said, 70 hours a week I put into streaming, minimum. That's just like going off my battery percentage that I spend on Twitter, Twitch, and Discord, and every other app. Not including the amount of time I spend streaming. Like, you have to really fucking grind this shit, and it's fucking brutal. But it depends what you want. But the one thing I will say, to bring it back to the point, when I was talking to that individual, I said to him, do one thing for me. Go into your notes on your phone, and I want you to list 3 reasons you started streaming. And every time you think about quitting, you go back and look at those notes. And if those notes aren't enough to keep you going, this isn't for you. It's a response I get from a few people, like, yeah, I'll do that. That's fine. If you don't do it, it's okay. Don't take my advice. But then don't speak to me about quitting again. If you're not going to take my advice on board.
And I'm not the person to feel like to tell you what to do. I'm never gonna tell you like, hey, you should do this or hey, you should do that. I will make suggestions for sure. 100%. But at the same time, if you're not gonna sit there and invest the amount that I'm trying to invest in you, then I mean, I can only help you so much.
Exactly,
you know?
Exactly. And that's when you've got to learn to cut the cord, isn't it? That's when you've got to go.
Okay.
I tried helping you, it didn't work. I'm sorry, But the thing is, what is so incredible about this is the community that you get surrounded by when you find those people that are like-minded. And I'm not talking about doing the exact same thing because we all operate on different levels. But what we see now is a circle, and it's a fucking beautiful thing I go on about it, is that the circle we've got within Discord and in the streaming community in general is fucking amazing. Like, all these people now that, like, I go into the TMGC Discord, and like I can say I can message Raz, I can message Von, I can message Reg, I can whoever, and like you'll get a response. If I know without a doubt, if I was struggling today and I messaged anyone in that Discord and went, I'm having a tough day today, can I have a second of your time?
No, dude, you get 2 seconds.
There isn't one person that would say no. Like it's absolutely amazing, Did Von just say he needed a second?
No. I said I would give you 2 seconds.
Oh yeah,
you said you would do that for 1 second. I said I'd give you 2.
And that's what I mean. It's fucking amazing. So this actually leads on to something, and I think there's a very very good point that we can make in this. So what do you think is necessary to start streaming? Von, go on. You take it first, and then.
Real quick before we move forward. On my screen, I'm sorry, Raz. I've never played this chaotic game. How do I move forward? Because on my screen it just says a show is not selected.
You just need to press X.
And then I can't press. Okay, press X.
Where?
Oh no, you're on PlayStation. I'm on Xbox. Sorry. Oof.
Yeah, so it'll be A.
Xbox is A.
Okay, so I'm trying to do that, and on my screen it just says a show is not selected. It doesn't even say like press A.
Let me just try changing the show and see if that makes any difference. Right, and then press A.
No, still same thing.
Oh, fuck's sake.
And,
there
okay,
hasn't been any
I'll
tech
press.
issues.
On mine it says see shows, so I'll go ahead and see shows. Do I have to click any of these shows? Or
No,
anything?
I normally select it, but.
Yeah, it's not showing.
Oh,
anything.
it's doing it on mine now. I've just clicked to see shows, and now it's saying show is not selected.
Can I take
Yeah, see, that's what it shows on mine. How do I select the show?
It's me that's normally got to select it. Let me just see if I. What I'll do is I'll leave the party and come back in, and hopefully that'll just reset it for us. There we go. Our first tech issue. There was always bound to be one. There can be only one. There we go.
Uh-oh.
Right, well, let us ready up.
Hold
Yes.
on, we gotta invite. Okay, yeah, because I was like mid-sentence. I'm so sorry.
There we go.
What was the question again, Deadly? I don't
So
remember.
the question is, what do you think is necessary to start streaming? If someone was to ask you what do I need, and I'm not just talking tech, I'm just talking about in general. What do you think is necessary to?
What I think is necessary is a beating heart, man. You don't need nothing besides that. You just gotta be alive. Really, honestly, and I know it sounds like shit, but it's true. After that, get a job, get some money, or something. So you can either buy a phone or a computer of some sort, something that has access to the internet, right? You gotta be able to have some sort of way to stream. And that's it. That's all you need. Whether it's streaming in real life bullshit, talking to people, playing video games, whatever, you don't need anything else. That's all you need. It's some way to stream, and that's it. You don't need a camera. You don't need a fancy controller, lighting, any of that stuff. Yeah, it helps, and those are things that enhance your stream later. They're tools, but they aren't necessary. I want to say the thing that's necessary is just you as a person. You as a person and an internet, working internet point, I guess. I don't know what you would say. Somewhere where you have a steady internet, whether it's home or wherever the fuck you go use your internet.
Ain't that the truth though? Like that.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
You don't need anything really. When you see people stressing that I need a camera or I need a microphone, I mean, it would probably make your stream a little bit better than it already is. It might bring in better attention because you have more features now, but it won't make you the streamer.
No, I think a lot
you
of that
have
goes to
the
ego.
personality.
I think a lot of it's down to ego. A lot of people have
Yep,
these big fancy cameras and all these overlays and stuff, and that's great. I can't wait for the day where I can have some fancy fucking overlays. But a lot of that's your own personal. Because look at mine.
Yep.
My stream. I wouldn't say my stream looks like dog shit, but my stream is very basic. But
Oh, same.
But
Look
yeah.
at mine. I just had the camera and that's it.
yeah,
Really.
it doesn't change anything about my stream or my level of engagement.
One of the things. I'm sorry.
Go
I'm
on.
sorry.
Go on,
One of the
go on.
things that also got me into streaming and got me into this position and piggybacking off of what you need and what you don't need is having seen a streamer who had over 100,000 people or whatever in his shit, but his setup was literally just the game and him.
Yep.
There was no fancy shit.
No.
It was just that. And that should let you know right there that you don't need anything, man. You really
No. Raz, what do you think's necessary?
Honestly, I think Von's covered a lot of it perfectly. But as I was saying before about being in right headspace as well, like that's necessary. I think
100%.
for streaming.
There you go, too.
Shout, that's a shout.
Perfect.
You smashed it, yeah. That's 100%, yeah. Your
Yeah.
headspace has got to be 10/10. Like it's got to be on point.
Exactly. Yeah.
I see a lot of that, like mental health in this community, and
Holy
again to go over like the reasons that I started this, the mental health as someone who has had years upon years of therapy, mental health in this space is fucking low. So to have like you said, your headspace has got to be on point if you're going to be if you're going to have a long life in this community. Yeah.
Whew. I'm sorry. I was very. I was locked in there. I was like, whoa.
Yeah. No, I agree, Raz. Is there
I
anything
agree
else,
with
Finn?
that very much.
Honestly, when I was thinking about it before, it's a lot of what Von mentioned. Like same with microphone and everything. It's not like it's necessary to have. Like if you want to start streaming and you're not quite comfortable straight away having your microphone on, like that's not a big deal. I don't think.
No, I know streamers that don't use a mic. They type in chat.
Yeah. Same with camera. Like I have a camera, and sometimes if I feel in mood, I might turn it on. But majority of the time, I find myself concentrating on it too much.
Yeah, I do, especially when women come in my chat and then I get distracted.
Facts.
They're checking yourself out in your camera.
Well, they just say naughty things to me, Raz. You've been in my streams long enough to know these women are pests. Do you know what I mean? It's tough being deli meat. I tell you, it's tough.
It's tough being some meat. I'm tired of being treated like a piece of meat.
It's true though. These women are savages. But yeah, no, I completely agree. Like the only thing I would keep going on about to people is if you do get into streaming because you want some sort of success, and I'm not talking financial success, but just a community like we have, is networking is key. You've got to.
Yeah.
I know it's hard for people, and
Yeah,
it was
real
terrifying for
hard.
me to start. When I first started, I was so lucky. There's a couple people I met straight away. And I'm sorry if I'm forgetting anyone, but Saviour, Von, Reg, and I think there's someone else that I'm fucking forgetting. Raz, obviously, but obviously we know each other through Slayer. But those like 4 people.
No.
And I'll throw Slayer in there, even though he's not streaming. He has helped me out so much, and I can never stop giving him praise. But those 5 people were key, instrumental in me having a modicum of success. So please, if you are thinking about getting into it, just reach out to 1 or 2 people. Reach out to me.
You can hit me up, of course. Anybody can. Totally.
Yeah, like honestly, like no one's too big, and if they don't reach out to you, don't reply to you, it's probably good. You're probably being saved from some negativity. But yeah, the networking is the only other thing I would add. So we've got 20 minutes left, so I need to speed through some of these. But this is one thing I definitely want to hear from both of you. Because I'm very interested. What do you think about
Bring out the meat.
This is the meat and potatoes of it. What do you think is the current state of streaming and the community?
Go ahead, Raz.
I mean, when it comes to the state of streaming, I don't really keep up with much, if I'm quite honest. Like, I know there's other places where people stream. I'm not involved with any of them. I don't really care to be involved with any of them.
Yeah.
One place is good enough for me. But community-wise, like from my experience, like I've only ever experienced good things.
Yeah.
Like I've seen people on Twitter like mention about how they've connected with someone who's like wanted to do something with them and then ghosted them and things like that. But
happened to me loads. Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm one of those people, I like to sort of keep myself to myself. Like, networking's good, and I've obviously got people in this group that I talk to, and I try to get in the streams when I can.
Love you.
We do, hell yeah.
But I don't know, I mean, I don't really have a great lot to say, honestly, about it.
What about you, Von?
That's a weird one, only because a lot like Raz, I kind of tend to stay to myself. It's only been recently where I've become more social, and I've tried to become more social. I feel like it's been a part of me that's been missing for a long time. Prior to streaming, I never really had like Twitter or any of this crap. So now that I do, I've become much more social. So I've seen a lot of different stuff. I've seen how Twitch is kind of a weird thing. I've seen how Kick is a thing. I've seen YouTube's a thing. I feel like so long as I'm doing okay, everything's okay, and I'm not stressing too much about everybody else. And it's not that I don't care. Of course I care. I care tremendously.
Yeah.
But
no, I don't.
The way I think of it is, I think I'm doing okay, so I guess things are fine. You know.
Yeah.
Until shit's the fan, and I'm not saying that's how I handle life. I'm just saying, like, well, streaming in particular, it's not the place I go to stress, so I don't want it to turn into that. So let's just try to not. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
well, at least that's what I tell myself.
I think that's a great point. I think it's what you want out of it as well. So it's what you're trying to build as an individual. Like what I'm trying to build will be very different from what you're trying to build, and what Raz is trying to build will be very different from what I'm trying to build, and that goes for everybody. Everyone's got different expectations and different aspirations, and it's good to hear as well. Because the one of the reasons I wrote down this question is because it helps me out because it lets me know what you're seeing versus what I'm seeing. You know, you can get blinkers on sometimes and just see things from your perspective, and you will never grow doing that. And I see a lot of like negativity on Twitter about streaming, and you know, people going, "Oh, no one wants to work, and no one wants to." And I'm over here, and I'm like, I'm
working.
I put posts out on a weekly basis saying, "Oh, I'm looking for these type of people because I want to do this kind of work." I want to have the WeRise thing, like the WeRise 2 thing that I've put out. It's already half full, but I put that out.
Awesome.
I put that out on Twitter, and then, and this is no exaggeration, an hour later someone posted something saying, "Oh, looking for streamers to network, but I can never find them." And I'm like, motherfucker, like
they're not looking very well.
Because I'm organising events on like a fucking monthly basis. Like, there's plenty of people out there. But you've got to network. It's important to your social bubble has to be big if you're looking to network like that. If you're looking to be an individual and just do your own thing, then the networking isn't as important as it is if you're trying to build a brand. Like, you've got to set your expectations out.
Yep, and that's exactly what I was trying to say. Is earlier, I've never had a real social bubble ever.
Shit.
But I've tried to now, mostly because of how helpful it's been. It's true. People say it all the time, like, no, you got a social network, and a lot of times you sit there and you go, no, I don't have to. I suggest it. I highly suggest it. Because it's such an easy way to reach. You have your arm is only so long. So
surround yourself with the right people as well. I think it's almost it's not the amount of people you reach out to; it's the type of people.
It's the type of people, for sure. Quality over quantity.
Exactly. That's why I'm 5 inches, but I know how to use it. But
5 inches of meat.
But anyway, away from that grotesqueness, I'm someone who watches people a lot on social media and sees how people interact and how people move, and that's why like some of the people are absolutely amazing. And that's why our circle is so great, because I believe we're all pretty similar like that.
I agree.
So, because we've got 15 minutes left, these are my favourite questions.
Me.
And I want yours. I want yours first, Raz. Top 3 games of all time.
Okay, so I've covered some of them, but Zombies Ate My Neighbours. Just I used to play that so much as a kid. I never got past level 3 when it weren't a save option, so I always died. But I loved it so much.
Great game.
And then Pokemon Stadium, which I've already gone through on here. Just because of how much I played it, I love it so much. If I could just play it now, I would. And then lastly, for me, Subnautica.
I
don't know that one.
Oh, God, nice choice.
It's amazing.
That's a good choice. Mm-hmm.
What is it?
So how do I explain it? So you end up crash landing on an alien planet, but it's just ocean basically. So you spend all your time in sea, discovering all these creatures. It's a horror game. It's not meant to be a horror game, but it's scary.
Mm-hmm.
It's just amazing. Like the biomes and everything that you go through, like it's just amazing just to experience it, especially for the first time.
What console's it on?
I play it on the Xbox. You can play it on PC. I don't know if it's. I'm assuming it's on PlayStation as well.
Oh, so it's a fairly recent game.
It's
like
sort of, yeah. Like
there's
a second one as well.
It's on like current platforms or current.
Yeah.
Well, that just sounds like a bit of me. So go on, Von. Top 3 of all time.
That's a hard ass question to answer, man. Holy shit.
I know, I love it though.
Raz has them ready to go. Like, God damn it. I'm just like, I've literally been thinking about it since she spoke, and I'm just like, I keep rewriting my list. Shit. In no particular order, just tossing them out there. I'm gonna have to say BioShock 1 for sure. If anybody's ever played the BioShock series, check it out. Thanks to my brother, shout out Danny. I played that game series, and now I have a BioShock tattoo, and I'm obsessed with BioShock. So BioShock 1 for sure. Pokemon Emerald, because it's the one Pokemon game of all the Pokemon games where I had the most amount of hours. I will never forget the number 4,523 in that dumbass cartridge, and I lost it. Who knows? Good luck, whoever has it. Congratulations. That would be my second one because of how much time I tossed into it. And number 3 would have to be Super Mario 64. Only because I have so many memories attached to that game. So many memories.
That nostalgia.
It's the one game that I mean, I know all games growing up, but it's the one game I know I can go to right away growing up, and I see my dad. I see, you know,
Love that.
first grade or second grade
Love
or
that.
whatever grade I was in. I see toys, I see movies. I know the era. I know those years, and it's not only was the game so fucking amazing with the little Easter eggs and there's Yoshi in there, but it's just so much memories attached to that time period too.
Yeah, Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask is literally like holds so much nostalgia. I can't remember what we were speaking about. God, I can't remember because I've already spoken to 5 people, so like it's blurring a little bit. But the like you'll hear certain like I didn't say it like this. I'm going to reword it, but you'll hear certain like intros to games and certain sounds from games, and you almost want to cry. I don't know if that's it.
Yep. No, it's the truth. It's the truth. It's not nostalgia.
I'll tell you. Do you know what? It's like I'll listen to like some like early pop punk, and I get the same thing. Like there's certain like fucking
all the small things, huh? It does it to you.
Not that song because I fucking hate that song, but I think it's because how overplayed it was. But like, that's a great point though. But like, Enema of the State, that album is iconic to my like early teenage years, and I'll play the album and I'll be like, take me back, like. And it's the same with games. I'll hear the intro to the GameCube, you know, the blah, 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 yeah. I'll hear that and I'll be like, I want to go home.
You're like, I'm not crying, you're crying.
yeah. But that takes us on to the next question just before we finish off. And I don't know if you've watched any of the streams so far, Von, but greatest console of all time, in your opinion?
Oh fuck! God damn it! Now I hate that we're ending on the hardest fucking questions. Shit! God damn it! Greatest. You said system, right?
God.
Yeah.
Fuck! Yeah. I kind of want to say GameCube. I kind of do, but at the same time, I also want to say Xbox 360 or PlayStation 2. Because both of those define their eras.
Oh, this console.
Fuck. Okay, if I had to pinpoint it on one, I'm gonna have to say PlayStation 2, only because it launched everything we own since. It literally was the system
I did
to
let
push
people
forward.
I did say this to people. I said it to Rock because Rock had some great points. You can do it this way. You can do the greatest console of all time in terms of the impact it had. I said PlayStation 1. And then do your personal favourite.
Okay, alright. Now I can wipe the sweat and relax. Jesus. Well, that allowed me to stretch. You hear me back there, honey? Don't worry about it. Stay sleeping. If that's the case, definitely the one that made the best impact to me, at least, I feel, is PlayStation 2. Yeah. Only because it pushed the 3D genre, and I mean in terms of artwork, it pushed it forward tremendously. I mean, if you look from Final Fantasy 7 and 8 to 10, it's such a leap, and it's in such a small amount of time. 100%. PlayStation 2 made such an impact. Now, the system that meant the most to me, I have to say GameCube. 100%. Mario Sunshine's there.
I need to ask you this. You had the GameCube. Did you ever play Harvest Moon?
Yeah.
Oh, thank God. I was talking to Letters about it, and I said that it's probably the longest I've ever spent on a game, I reckon, straight through. I did 48 hours on Harvest Moon, like, all the way through. Like, I couldn't get off it. I couldn't get off it. I fucking loved that game.
That's one of the games as a kid I didn't understand it, and I wish I did more, because as an adult I do and I can play it as an adult, but it makes me look back and go, fuck man, you were a dumbass kid. Jesus Christ. Learn to read a book.
Your favorite console. You can do the same. You can do your favorite console of all time and what you think was the most impactful console.
I think my personal favorite, I'll go for 360.
That's a good choice. I did like my 360.
I think just because it was mostly like through my teenage years where I got to experience more, like playing that, experience like newer games and like getting into like GTA and things like that, which I didn't really play much of when I was younger. So it just opened me up to more.
You mean you weren't killing prostitutes as a child?
What? I mean, I did play it when it was like we had to view from above.
Yeah, 100%. I got it on PC.
But yeah, it just introduced me to like the newer way of playing, I suppose.
No, it definitely did. Same with PS2. Yeah, it definitely games became more cinematic, I think, around that era.
Yeah.
Most impactful console.
I'm just right. I don't want. I'm gonna say probably PlayStation. PlayStation. Yeah.
I think the first one. I mean, that's it's all personal opinion, obviously. I might just be my perspective of my time around that era, like my age. But that like the PlayStation One was a time when I saw how obsessed people started to become with consoles, and that might just be it was around that time I became more aware. But like kids started going missing. It was like some kind of like I don't know if anyone's into like conspiracy theories, but like the Project Paperclip, where like kids were going missing off the streets, and like you were going like, oh, where's little Tommy? Where's he gone? Oh, he's not been seen for weeks, and he's locked in his room like fucking smashing Final Fantasy. And, like, like it was just gaming really took off around that era. But to be fair, that era, that PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, that whole like time, it does all blend. Like it is incredible.
Yeah.
Right, guys, it's been fucking amazing. This has been so much fun. Like, and honestly, like I said, I've got something I'll be approaching everyone with in the next like couple months, because like I really do, especially with the way we've been doing it in teams of like 3. I could do this for hours. Like I could write an entire script, and we could just talk for hours. And we'll definitely get that opportunity. Don't say anything else, Raz. Don't ruin it.
I'm not.
Anyway, but I do. Before I let you plug all your shit and stuff, I just do want to say, like, from the bottom of my heart, and I've said it to everyone, but I mean it with utter genuinity, that like I really, really fucking appreciate you buying into this WeRise platform and into me as an individual, and accepting me so much and giving me so much strength to keep pushing with these events and creating something special for the community, because the WeRise movement is truly for the community and to help everyone grow and elevate everyone and give everyone a voice who deserve it, and I believe have great things ahead of them. So honestly, from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate you both. But anyway, fuck that. Right, yeah, Raz, if you want to take it first, what have you got going on? Plug your platform, let people know your schedule. If you have anything coming up, hit it up. Giveaways, whatever you want. Plug your shit.
So you can find me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all MissRazzmatron for all of them. I stream usually Mondays, Wednesdays, and Sundays. And I'll try to start anywhere between 7 and 8. Although sometimes I have to sort of shift it around a bit. Like this weekend, I can't stream Sunday or Monday, so I'm going to be doing Saturday and Tuesday instead. But yeah, I've not got anything special going on.
Your content is special enough. No, it's just in case. Because I think Von's got a giveaway going on at the moment, I believe. So yeah, it's just in case. I wanted to plug everything you've got going on.
I totally forgot about the giveaway. You see, that's how terrible I am at networking. But yes, he is right. My name is Frankie Von Frankenstein, and you can find me on basically all fucking platforms. Meaning Twitter, YouTube. This is my Twitch. You should be watching it right now. If you're not, I mean, fuck it. If we'll watch it later, it's okay. We'll talk about it later. All Von Frankenstein. I'm sponsored by GlitchEnergy.com, where you can save 15% by drinking some good shit using my name. I do have a giveaway where if you're a fan of Destiny 2 and you like collecting emblems, go retweet and favorite the fucking tweet, dude. It's free. It costs you nothing. It costs you literally nothing, and you gain something. So why not just go do it? I play Destiny 2. I play Gambit primarily. My schedule is Monday through Friday usually, but I have a 9 to 5, and my life is chaotic, man. You'll see me when I'm on. Trust me, I'm on all the time, doing the same thing all day. You're not missing anything, but get in there, goddammit.
Again, that was a good. By the way, Yvonne, that was class. You smashed that. I appreciate you both, guys. Go and follow those beautiful people. Go enter Von's giveaway. If you don't already follow him. I promote all this shit as well, so you'll see him if he goes live, and I get the opportunity. I always share his shit. So follow the WeRise page, because you'll see all his clips and his giveaways on that. But yeah, love you both. Appreciate you giving up the time. Von, you are a fucking beast getting up that early.
Yeah, I gotta start going to work in about 20 minutes. Yeah.
Shit.
Oh God.
And then after work, I've got a family thing to go to, and then after that, I've got a friend thing to go to. So I'm not done with life until maybe 11 p.m.
We don't
tonight.
stop, brother. We don't stop. We don't stop. We don't stop. I appreciate the fuck out of you, like honestly. And I'll as soon as I've got some more things solidified, I'll hit you up because, like I said, with both of you, we need to.
Oh, it's okay.
I really want to get into. I really want to get into the meat and potatoes of it.
I appreciate everything and everybody, and support means everything. Trust me, nothing is ever expected in return from anybody ever. I do this because I genuinely enjoy doing this. I enjoy supporting you guys. I get enjoyment out of that. So by all means, keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. You're doing right. If you're here now, you're doing the right thing. Keep going.
And shout out Von, greatest fucking mod on the planet. Yeah, I appreciate you both. Right, I'm just going to quickly chat. I'm just going to quickly get a drink, and then we're going to bring in Smitty and Gotham. Right, I'll be 2 minutes. Appreciate you both. Love you both.